There is an important distinction between focusing your attention on getting the things that you want versus getting the things that you do not want. That distinction seems to be nuanced, almost irrelevant. It is deceptively simple, yet the implications are profound. Let me give you a little example to illustrate that point. Every summer, the family and I spend time in the Eastern Seaboard. It's a time for us to relax, to enjoy time together. It's a time to go out kayaking, play tennis, and I love to grill. On this particular night, as we are approaching dinner, my son comes over and says, "Dad, I'm concerned about dinner." I say, "You're too young to be concerned about those things. Let me take care of that." He says, "Dad, look out the window. It's raining. It's coming down hard. We won't be able to grill tonight." "We? You've never helped me grill anything." You know what I mean? He said, "Don't worry about it. Get everybody." Gets his two sisters and my wife. "Tonight is my treat. We're dining out." We get in the car and we're heading down the road. As he's looking out the window, he sees a future he dreaded. All the signs on the road were pointing to something he didn't want. Fish. Every sign. Seafood. He couldn't help it. He had to do something about it. He's a very eloquent boy, and he says, "Excuse me, Dad. I'm sure that I'm speaking on behalf of all of us back here, but I want to make you aware of the fact that we do not like fish." I say, "Not to worry, because tonight is a special night. Tonight, we are having the best liver in town." See your reaction? It's exactly what happened to them. They reacted in disgust. But why? Because they hate liver more than they hate fish. It's a little story, but it proves a major point. It's a point that I want you to reflect on. I was inspired by my mentor, Ross Acuff, when he said, "When you get rid of what you do not want, you do not get what you do want." Effective people must focus their efforts on getting what they want. Think about it. Are you focusing your efforts on the things you want to attain, or are you focusing your efforts in getting rid of what you do not want? Why am I talking about this? Every day here at the university, I see it. As a matter of fact, 2 weeks ago, one of my students came over to see me during my office hours. He comes over, he says, "Professor, I just want to talk about stuff." I knew that was going to be a long conversation. He says, "I don't want to talk about class or anything. In fact, I think I'm doing well in your class. Am I doing well?" I said, "You tell me." He says, "No, I love the class. I think I'm doing well. But there's something I want to discuss with you." I said, "Go ahead, please sit down." He seemed sleep-deprived, tired, restless. He says, "Professor, I think I'm out of control." I said, "Why is that?" He says, "You see, I'm taking 18 credits and I can do that, and I have a part-time job. But that's not the thing that it's taking me out of control. The thing is that when I come home, I have all of these emails, all of these voicemails. I have requests from my family. They want me to do all these things. And my friends, they want me to do things too. And my student team, my peers, my boss, everybody's asking me to do things, and I cannot say no to them. I need your help. I need you to coach me. Thinking, to coach you, to do what? He says, Professor, I want to learn how to say no. Think about it. He wanted to learn how to say no. But I felt he was terrific at saying no, if you think about it. He's been saying no to himself for a long time. He's been saying no to his aspiration. He's been saying no to his goals. He wanted me to help him to get the clutter out of his life. He was on a treadmill, burning precious life fuel, but he was not going anywhere. Why? Because his attention was focused on trying to get rid of the things that he didn't want to do. So I asked him the question that I want you to reflect about. What would you say yes to if you had no excuses? What would you say yes to if you had nothing or no one to blame? You will soon find out that it's not them, that it's not they, that is not it. The obstruction lies within. Yes and no is a matter of choice. You choose the direction. You choose what you want to spend your time on, the goals that you want to pursue. Because it turns out that our tendency to eliminate the things that we do not want functions to oppose, functions to dampen, functions to stifle, functions to inhibit our capacity to undertake achievement-oriented activities. So ask yourself, what would I like to achieve if I was not encumbered by all of these things that I want to get rid of? When you ask yourself that question, you begin to heighten your sense of awareness. But awareness, it's never attainment. Awareness is a realization. Think of it in this way. You walk into a dark room. You cannot do or see anything. It's pitch black. You don't want to move because you don't want to get hurt. But then you turn on the lights. Now you can see. But nothing in the room has changed. The only thing that has changed is your awareness. And that's exactly what that reflection will do to you. It will heighten the awareness. But now that you have it, you need to say, what should I do? It is a very simple step, but a very important one. If you think about it, every book is written a word at a time. Every marathon, a step at a time. So the same can be said about every minute in your life. So seconds count. Think about it. What do I want to do? What do I want to say yes to? Oliver Wendell Holmes once noted, a mind stretched by a new idea cannot go back to its original dimension. I don't want you to go back to that clutter. I want you to go deep. I want you to reflect. I want you to find that thing that you want to do. And then I want you to move forward. It is your choice. What happens between now and the future mostly depends on what you do, not on what happens to you. Good luck.